morning, HMS. This is day one of my problem I have, and I need help. I have a hole in my backyard, a real live hole, as you can see. We're gonna try this week to figure out how much dirt I need to order using our volume formulas. How much dirt do I need to fill this hole? So first thing, I want to show you why this hole is a problem. Like, I've had this hole in my backyard, and every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's just dangerous now. As you can see, you kind of like walk through, and before you know it, you're walking, and you just fall, right? That could happen. And then my lovely helper daughter, Brooke here, she can show you what happens to her sometimes. Go ahead, Brooke. Show them what happens. And she drives through in the backyard.
Oh my God.
Go back. And what happens to you, Brooke? Say, go ahead, try to get out. And she's stuck. I mean, that could be a big problem. And it's just a very big hazard. So the first thing we're gonna do is show you, thanks, Brooke, the size of this hole is I gotta weed whack the inside here. It is funny, right? So as you can see, if you can zoom in here, there's quite a hole, okay? The hole itself...
Can I roll down?
Go ahead, roll into the hole. Yep, she can roll in there. Go all the way in. Sit in it. Sit in the hole. Yeah, it's a big hole. It could fit a basketball.
I will show you the thing. Okay.
So, to conclude this video, we're going, in the next couple days, be working on this hole. I'll give you some dimensions and other things that you'll need, and different tools that you're going to use to help me figure out how much dirt do I need to fill this hole. In the next day of our video, I'm going to give you the radius and diameter of this hole. I'm gonna do some different work to take out all this old grass, make it more of a circular shape, and look forward to hearing from you guys and your different strategies on how to find how much dirt do I need for this hole. Welcome to day 2 of filling in this hole that I'm standing in. I can't wait for you to help me find the volume so I can finally get my dirt to fill this hole. So if you can see, I got a bunch of tools, and first thing we got to do here is I took this stick, and this stick here I measured to be 5 feet. So our hole is going to have a diameter of 5 feet. So hopefully you can be able to figure out the radius on your own. Now, of course, following the warrior way, we're going to drill a hole in the center, and we have to, of course, be safe with the warrior way. Now let me get a little closer so I can show you a couple things here. So you can see here, one question I have for you is, I don't know if you can see it there, how many inches is 2.5 feet? And then the other question I had is, how many inches is 5 feet? So what I'm going to do, being safe here, in the middle of my circle, the center of my circle, I'm going to drill a hole, so that way I can stick this in the middle and have a perfect 5-foot hole. So here goes. so. See if this works here. I should be able to take this, put it right through, like that. And now, you can see, I have a perfect, I want to fall in the hole, measurement of my radius, of my center of my hole. Again, the diameter is 5 feet. And yeah, so I gotta make sure I set this right here. So I'm gonna bring it down, make sure I get part of the hole I need. Get a little bit further here. Okay, let's see if I give it a spin. I think that's kind of where I want to be. Yeah, we'll go with that. I got a deepest part here, so we'll go there. All right, so I'll first step, hammer this in to the center. It's the center of my hole. Oh yeah, my assistant would like to help me. Come on, give it a couple of hits here. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, I got a nice measurement here to make my circle, is I have some markers. And these will be the markers that I'm going to use to mark off where my circle is. As you can see, my circle has a diameter of 5 feet, 5 feet all the way around, and obviously a radius, hopefully you figured it out by now, of 2.5 feet. Yeah. Alright, so in the next part, we're going to actually start to use the half moon, and we're going to start digging this out a little bit. So here goes. Alright, so we made our circle here. The next step, I didn't even mean to, but I kind of broke it right at the center point at the radius. So right here, that can be your 2.5 feet here. So again, that is my center of the circle and my radius. So that's our circle right there, 5 feet. So we're looking at that basically. All right, next step, let's dig this all out. Things just got real. My daughter's freaking out. She thinks she's never gonna get to play again. Dug in a little bit. I gotta show you what happened here. So, there's a reason, I guess, this hole's been getting deeper and deeper every year. So, this is the deepest section right here. If you look, it goes in real deep. So our volume just got real serious real quick. I didn't even get to this section here yet. My battery's running low. I'm hungry. Sun's going down. I think we're just gonna have to wait till tomorrow because my battery is running low. But check that out, huh? That is a serious hole right there. That's the end of day 2. Tomorrow's another day, as they say. This hole, man, it's no joke. We're gonna need a lot of dirt. There's a worm over here too if you want to see. Nah, maybe another day. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up, get out here in the morning sometime, and keep working on this hole until tomorrow. And here we are at day 3. Gonna finish digging out this hole and giving you the math that you're actually gonna figure out with the measurements and all different ways and things and conversions you're gonna need to help me figure out how much dirt I need for this hole. So just to recap, yesterday I started to get this going, and I found that it really sunk in really deep. So this is the radius here, 2.5 feet. If you look, I can take my stick, pretty much lose it on the inside, so that is not good. But I'm gonna do some more exploring here, so I'll keep digging, and we'll touch base after I finish some more digging. Getting there. Found a golf ball. I'm almost done with my hole. Things are getting a little intense. I already broke a tool, as you can see. It's broken. So before I just want to show you this before I kind of cover it up. Take this here for a second. Whew. All right, so I got pretty much all the old grass out. So instead of keep putting these in these barrels and wasting a lot of energy, as if I haven't wasted enough energy already, I'm gonna, this is the problem here, if you can see that, I'm gonna fill some of this extra stuff in there, and then we'll be in a better spot. Oh, look who came to join me. Say good morning.
Good morning.
How do you like your hole?
Good.
How you doing, Brooke? Was that a lot of work? Yeah. All right, so the hole is finally dug out. That was a lot of work. As you can see, it's circular. It's a cylinder, but it's not 100% level. So in the next segment and the last segment will be the part we've been finally getting to. Is I'm going to give you some more specific measurements, and I'm going to let you take a look at our formulas again and some conversions and how to go from how much, you know, we got to figure out how many.
Our formulas?
Yeah, formulas. Oh. So yeah, like formulas about like a cubic yard, how many cubic inches that is. Also we have gallons. I have 5-gallon buckets like I might have mentioned earlier. So I want to be able to come up with a conversion so I can figure out exactly how much dirt I need for this hole to fill it up, right? Right, Brooke? Yeah. All right, so we're gonna get the height of our hole here. And what I did is I put a level, this part's level. I'm gonna give you some different measurements. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera, but I'm gonna give you different heights, and you can do however you wanna do to get the volume here. So the first height I have is 8.5. Next one I have, oh, 8.5 again. What's this next one? This one's 8. This one's about 9. Over here it's about 9 as well. So those are some of the measurements. From right in the center, it's a little bit higher here. It's like 7 and 7/8, or about 8 right there. So those are some of the heights that I can give you. There's some deeper parts though. If I go back here, again, I don't know if this is really super level. It looks like 9 might be the deepest that I go here. So about 9 inches is the depth. Anywhere from 7 and 7/8 or 8 to about 9. It varies depending on what part of my hole I'm at. The next thing you'll need to know, just to verify I gave you to earlier, is the actual Let's see here. The actual diameter. So if I go across here, from there to there, let me just get it right in there. It's pretty much what I wanted it to be. Right here. So we're right at the 5 foot mark. Right there is the 5 foot mark here. So again, across from there to there is 5 feet, and my depth anywhere along the inside is anywhere from 7 7/8 to about 9 inches. So that should be enough for part 1 of your basic dimensions of the hole and the volume you're trying to figure out, so I can get my dirt filled and my daughter can go through her middle of her backyard and enjoy hopefully not falling into it with her Barbie car anymore. Alrighty, HMS, final stages. Finally we get to talk about the math. So let's talk about the math and fill in this hole. Got my lovely helper, Brooke here. Everyone say hi, Brooke.
Hi.
Okay, so we're going to show you a bunch of slides here to help you get through getting an estimate for the volume of this hole. First, let's bring this a little closer to you. Sit up here. Sit up here. Okay, so let's try this. Alright, so what do we know about the hole? We know that this hole has a diameter of 5 feet, and the height is anywhere from 7 7/8 to about 9 inches. Okay, that's the first thing we know. The other thing we know is that it's in the shape of a cylinder. So let's take a look at some of the formulas here that we've learned so far. We have the volume of a cone, pi r squared times height divided by 3. Here's the one I think is going to be pretty helpful for you guys. Well, we have the volume of a sphere. I don't know if that will help you, but if you can use it, it's 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. That's the sphere. Then, the one that would probably be most helpful for you for this problem is the volume of a cylinder. Okay? So, the cylinder is pi r squared times the height. Okay? So I already gave you the diameter. You're going to have to figure out the radius of the hole. So let's talk a little bit more about this. So how do I buy soil? How do I buy dirt? If you want to stand up with it, maybe it'll be easier. Okay, so the question is, how do we... I need you to stand so it's better. Okay, just stand. So the question is, how do I buy soil? And the answer is in cubic yards. So that means 1 yard by 1 yard by 1 yard. So some conversion stuff you're going to need to know is this. 1 yard equals 3 feet. Okay, and then how many, 1 foot is 12 inches. So you're going to have to go from a yard to feet to inches. Yeah, you can see it, right? Okay, so when you're thinking about that yard and you're trying to get the volume of that yard, you're going to need to know that a rectangular prism formula is length times width times height, and that will give you the yard. But a yard, when I say a square yard, is more of a cube. So really, you could take whatever you get for that side length and you could cube it, so do it times itself 3 times. So say you got that to be 20 inches.
I'm making sure.
Okay, say you got it to be 20 inches, you do 20 times 20 times 20, and that would help you get the volume of the cubic yard. So in the next part, or the next way I could get the soil, oh, and by the way, let me show you a quick little image. A square yard, you're definitely not going to need a square yard to fill this hole. A square yard, when I go to pick it up usually, will fill up the entire back of this truck. that is 1 cubic yard. I apologize, in the video I said square yards, but a cubic yard will fill this entire bed of this truck with soil right to the top, so definitely don't need that much. Now, the other way to get it is maybe I could go to the transfer station behind the American Legion in Seacom, okay? And basically I could use 5-gallon buckets. Okay, it's a 5-gallon bucket right here. And fill these up, because they have free dirt there, so I can fill up the 5-gallon buckets and then bring it home that way. So, Brooke, you hold this thing to me when we show the bucket. Yep, that's the bucket. Okay, so now, if I'm at the transfer station, I got 5-gallon buckets. Here's some of the math you'll have to do for me. 5-gallon bucket full is pretty darn heavy, so I would probably do 2.5 gallons at a time to fill this completely and then carry it. That's going to break the handle. So here's what you're going to need to know about, thanks Brooke, the gallons, okay? So if you have a gallon, 1 gallon is 231 inches cubed. So imagine a gallon of milk. I can fit 5 of those gallons of milk in here, and there would be 231 little cubic inches in there. So keep that in mind if you're going to give me your answer that way. So almost done here. So the main question, you can stand up, Brooke, stand up.
No, I don't like
Okay. The main question that we're going to figure out, then that I'm asking you to figure out, is how much dirt do I need to fill this hole? And you can give me your answer depending on your solution strategy in 3 ways. You could give me it in inches cubed, cubic inches. You could give me it in yards cubed. Remember, if you do that way, it will be less than 1. Because remember the image of my truck in the bed? That fills up, 1 yard fills up that entire, 1 square yard fills up that entire, 1 cubic yard fills up that entire bed of the truck. Or you can give me your answer in gallons if you want me to use the 5-gallon buckets and fill it up that way. So again, these are your main questions. And a little side question I thought we could come up with you, and we could maybe check it as well, is this one right here. So the question is, what is the circumference of my hole? It's pi. So if you want to get circumference, you could use C equals pi times diameter, or 2 pi times the radius. So good luck. Again, we look forward to filling this hole next week. Right, Brooke? Okay.
It's a big hole.
It is a big hole.
So we had to move ourselves.
Yeah, so again, good luck using your estimating strategies and all the formulas and the math. Remember the answer, give it to me in, don't touch it, Brooke, wait. Oh yeah, thanks. Okay, put it back. Make sure you give me your answer in yards cubed, inches cubed, or use the units of gallons. Good luck, everybody. How could I use this hose and blue tarp to possibly find a really good estimate of my volume of this cylinder.